advantage of his first NBA start with 21 points?
I thought the guys did a great job competing tonight. They were really good. Built a 14-point lead, and I thought we sustained our effort, our energy. You got to give Brooklyn credit. They made more shots than us, but we competed our tails off. We shot 53% from the field, only 12 of 34 from three. But in general, like the offense, the ball was moving. More than anything, I just like the competitive spirit against a top-tier team, that's competing for an NBA title. I thought Kerry, this is why we drafted him, and this kid's, there's a knack, there's a feel that you can't teach. This kid's got it. And, we've been eager to see it out there. We just haven't had the opportunity. And tonight we had that opportunity and we used it. I thought he was great. His feel around the rim, his hands, his feet, his ability to rebound. He blocked a few shots, impacted the rim. So I thought he was fantastic tonight. Now, can he build on it? Can he grow? That's going to be the challenge here. But I think he showed his versatility, ability to score around the paint, the mid-range, the three. He can pass. A very skilled individual.
Thank you.
Let's go to Will.
JB, what did you see from him leading up to this point to make the decision to not only give him the start, but give him the significant run? And I guess more importantly, did he earn more in your mind beyond the night?
Well, we'll see how we do moving forward. And absolutely, he could earn more minutes. No question. If he has this type of impact, I'd be foolish not to give him more minutes. And we've been watching him, our staff, myself. We've been watching him in these workouts, 3-on-3, 4-on-4, 5-on-5. Obviously, it has not been a tremendous amount of that, but I think we saw a piece of this in the bubble. I think all of us saw his potential in the bubble, and we've just been waiting for this opportunity. We have a rotation, and we've been rolling with that group, but this kid's got something to him. There's something with this kid that we got to keep tapping into, keep evaluating, keep developing, but he's going to be a heck of a player for us.
Thank you.
Let's go to Rick and then Rod.
EJB, a few months ago, right before the G League bubble started, Mitch used the word overwhelmed to describe this rookie class in general. How different has it been to try to get people up to speed, particularly people who are like outside of the lottery, who obviously, might have benefited more from summer league or working individually with coaches or a more normal training camp?
Yeah. Well, it's been a major challenge for all rookies, including Melo and including all our guys. Obviously, we didn't get a chance to evaluate them in summer league. They didn't get their feet settled at summer league. It's a major part of their growth and development as they enter the league. Obviously, none of these kids had that. So we're really learning about them on the fly. We're getting a taste of who they are as people, as players. But and it's been a challenge to develop them as well. There's not a ton of reps that they can get in the G League. There's not a lot of practice time. And then the schedule's so condensed that if you get a day, you're trying to use it on the players that are getting major minutes. So all that being said, it's been a major challenge in developing these kids, but I give our staff a lot of credit, both the G League staff and our current staff, how they've worked with Nick and Vern and our two-way guys and the guys that have been sitting there all year to continue to stay ready for this moment. Vern, you got to give him credit. He's worked in the weight room. He's worked on the floor. And it's allowed him to stay ready to play 35 meaningful minutes in an NBA game. So it's taken a lot of work, Rick, and it's we try to be creative with how we work with these kids and get them ready for a moment like this.
Anything in particular that happened today when once you decided you were going to take the leap of starting him?
Yeah.
How did you handle that? How did you manage it? How did you get him ready without making him nervous, whatever?
Well, I made this decision yesterday, and I did not talk to Vern until this morning. So, I didn't want him overthinking this. I wanted him to go out there and play with his instinct and his, you just use the instinct he has to go make plays. I didn't want him to overthink the moment. So I didn't tell him until this morning at the walkthrough, and he was very casual about it. I didn't get a sense of he was overwhelmed or excited. He just said, okay, I'm ready. And so beyond that, we had a little bit of conversation before the game, a little bit at halftime, and we just continued to talk throughout. And, again, our staff deserves credit for getting him ready and keeping him ready. But, I came to that decision yesterday and worked through that with him this morning.
Go to Rod.
Yeah, JB, just with Vernon, how you think he meshed with the guys out there on the floor in terms of with Miles and, things you want him to do on the floor? How do you think he meshed with the guys out there in terms of lineup stuff like that?
Yeah, I think he fits our group really well, because he can make plays. We need that type of pop from our bigs. We use our bigs a lot in certain scenarios, and he's one of those players that can handle the ball in the perimeter. He can handle it in the post. He can make plays. He can score around the rim. Obviously, he stretched it out to 3 tonight. I didn't see that coming, but, obviously he's comfortable in all those areas, which is, for a kid that's 19 to have that type of feel already, it's impressive. So he fits our style of play. He fits our group. And I thought he and Miles played well off each other. I thought Terry and the entire group settled him and made sure that he was comfortable out there. So it was impressive run for the first time doing this all together, but he was impressive.
And then Miles had a career high tonight. Was that any part of Vernon out there, do you think, or was that just a byproduct of just things on the floor altogether for the team as well?
I think that was Miles just having pride about his game, pride about his team. I mean, he went out here and he competed. Miles, he's missed 2 games in his career, and he continues to play. There's no excuses. He just wants to get better. He wants to win. He's driving these guys in huddles and timeouts. He deserves this. This is, he's worked his tail off to get here. So he had a lot more touches tonight. We tried to put the ball in his hands a little bit more to create. A lot of it, the ball just found him in flow, in transition, and he just made great plays. Obviously, he shot the ball well. Just really proud of how he's responded, even with guys out of the lineup. He's really